Alright guys, so super simple today. You're going to be doing 2 pieces of watercolor paper and coating them with a photographic emulsion of cyanotype. So cyanotype comes in a 50-50 mix of solution B and solution A. And all you're going to end up doing here is taking our wonderful pipettes, taking one from each solution using different pipettes and coating our paper. Okay. In this cup we have water and a brush. So we don't want to take the brush right from the water because that will dilute the solution. So we want to take it over to the paper towel and sort of just dry it off. Feel the brush. It should feel a little cold. Okay, so that means it's wet. I'm going to put that aside right now. First things first, put your names on your pieces of paper. Second, I'm going to set up my camera over here. You guys are going to take from each solution. Now, paper this size doesn't really take much. What we're doing here is producing a photographic emulsion. So I'm going to tip this to the side a little bit because these are getting a little low, and make sure I have enough in my pipette. I'm going to take one of these cups here, and I'm simply just going to kind of drop into the edge. For a paper this size, since you're going to have to do 2 of these, okay, 1 for each paper. I'm going to do about 6 drops of each. 1, count them out, 2, because it has to be precise. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I can put that aside for right now. And then I'm going to take solution A and do the same thing. This one's getting a little lower. But put 6 drops into my cup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put this aside now. I'm going to give it a little swirl in there. And I'm just going to dump it onto my paper. I'm going to get it right into the center. I'm going to take my brush now and smooth this out. Pay no attention to that little drop at the top. That was just a mistake by me because I'm rushing. But I want to spread it out as much as possible. I don't want any pockets or like little puddles on my paper. Okay, I'll take my next paper and do the same exact thing in that same cup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Squeeze off the rest in there and make sure you're not mixing these up. So move these back, but keep the right one next to the right solution. Try to do this over the tray too, just in case any spills happen and you don't get it onto your paper. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Squeeze out the rest. Put that right next to it. Give it a little swirl. Dump it in the middle. Again, I can take that same brush. Probably a good idea between people to make sure that you kind of give the brush a little cleaning, just in case somebody might have messed up their mix. It's always best to have a nice clean brush in between. Now you guys could get a little funky and kind of leave brush strokes. Really up to you. You're going to take this, make sure that it sits in that water. Okay. Last person, make sure that you put the caps on these. And this is what our photo emulsion should look like. Nice little yellow. Set it off to the side and go tackle your second task. These should dry in about 10 to 15 minutes. Very important though, do not take these out of this room until we're ready to print. A cyanotype does not print in regular incandescent light. So that's good for us in here. We go outside, bad. We got sunlight. So make sure you're paying attention to where you're leaving these. And when we take these out of this room to go print these in our courtyard, we can either put them into a folder or at least turn them upside down when we carry these. You're going to have a limited time to print these things outside. When you're done with this, make sure that you go to the IMAX and do your negatives and send them to me, and I'll print them up and get your objects ready. Then when these papers are fully dry, we can tell by actually just touching them, you'll be able to tell if it feels a little cool. And if you're confused about that, see me. And then we're going to print these right outside in our courtyard in sunlight.